What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we got the JP data download, and we kind of got some new characters here. Obviously we got the LR Cell Max that is here, and then there are some World Tournament Awakening units. There's some EZAs and the Awakenings for Kale and Caulifla, so JP's got a World Tournament coming up. But first, before we do that, let's hop on over here to our good friend Proton, who did the data download info for us as usual. So we have the promo movie, STR LR Cell Max, World Tournament Awakenings and EZAs that we talked about. JP is getting Quest Mode Area 35, stages 5 through 8. Super Battle Road Stage 82 for Sworn Enemies. Infinite Dragon Ball History Stage 31, Extreme Super Battle Road Stage 59 Super Saiyan 2, Intensifying Fight Stage 4, so that's the new one that they finally added, World Tournament number 53, and then the Trade Jewel, which is obviously the pity coin. So with LR Cell Max being a yellow coin LR, the pity system is back again. So, you know, we're going to be summoning for him, especially because we do have pity. So we got the promo movie, which is probably pretty similar to just like his entrance animation and a couple of his like super attacks. Let's see, we got so this is the SSR card art. Then we got the TUR card art, and then obviously we have the LR, which the LR card art is actually pretty nice looking for this one. World Tournament Awakening. So Kale and Caulifla, they finally got their World Tournament Awakening. So we'll check them out on Harry Turney's website and see how they look over there. World Tournament EZA. So the Forearm Tien, AGL Vegito, the Int Gohan, and Physical Chi-Chi are all getting their EZAs. Quest Mode 35, yeah, so stages 5 through 8 over here. Then we got the Super Battle Road, Infinite Dragon Ball History, Super Saiyan 2, Extreme Super Battle Road, Intensifying Fight Stage 4, the World Tournament itself, obviously. Yeah, I'm not excited for that at all. Trade Jewels, new scripted event assets for Raccoon, Birder, Jace. New enemy round skills. Defense reinforcement. Defense rises rapidly. Cancel condition. Generate fields. Okay, so that's kind of new, I guess. Okay. So that's everything that looks like it's in the data download over here for JP. So let's kind of hop over here real quick. So we can take a look at Cell Max. Let's do a quick translate to English. So I didn't cover him yesterday when he dropped, but I figured, you know, the data download is going to be happening the next day, so we may as well just do it in one video instead of two separate ones. So Cell Max, artificial life form or super boss category, key for 150%, so pretty standard yellow coin LR. Super attack, he increases his attack for 1 turn, deals great damage to the enemy. Actually, let me do this. Let me actually pull up Gresh's translations real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we got the translations from Goresh here. So yeah, so 12 key, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage. 18 key, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to all enemies and greatly lowers attack and defense. So his 18 key is a AoE. So I wonder how good he will actually be in World Tournament. You know what? It might be a good place to actually like test him out. Well, having to get the 18 key kind of does suck. unfortunately. So he might not actually be very good on there. So maybe we won't really try him out there. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Passive activates the entrance animation once only at the start of the character's attacking turn if there's another artificial life form or super boss category ally on the team. And for 3 turns, you get 100% attack and defense, guard all attacks, and perform an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super. Okay, so entrance animation, or the entrance buff is not too bad. Then he gets 5 key attack and defense plus 300% start turn. Jeez, okay. So we're definitely ramping up the attack and defense now, huh? Gain key plus 1, attack plus 20% per attack performed with a max of 5 key and 100% attack. Then you gain 1 key and 20% defense per attack received with a max of 5 key and 100% defense. Perform an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super. Gain an additional 250% defense and reduce damage received by 30% if all allies attacking in the same turn are on the artificial life form, super bosses, or movie bosses category. And I believe that's they all have to be on either artificial life form, all on super bosses, or all on movie bosses. You can't like mix and match essentially. I mean, you can do like super bosses and movie bosses. Like if the characters got both categories, it'll still work. But you can't just have like 5 super bosses and then 1 artificial life form. It's not going to work that way. Let's see. Oh, but never mind. That's all. They're attacking in the same turn. Okay, it's not on the team yet. You'll be fine then with that. Then you gain an additional attack plus 250% and a chance to perform a crit plus 30% whenever there is no superhero category ally attacking in the same turn. So they really don't want you to run him with Beast Gohan, huh? Perform an additional attack within the same turn after receiving a super. Okay, so his entrance animation is only for 3 turns, so he gets that 100% attack and defense. But then when it runs out, by then you should have gotten your supers in, and you should have gotten hit at that point. So you'll get the 100% defense back, the 100% attack back, but then you also get you'll get 10 key on top of that because you'll be able to get that maxed out. Max might actually be a pretty good character, I'm not gonna lie. And then he's got an active, able to be used after 4 more turns have elapsed from the start of battle, and all allies attacking in the same turn are on the artificial life form or super bosses category, or after 6 or more turns have elapsed from the start of battle, and all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class. Okay, so it's good that they gave, again, it's really good that they're giving like the 2 different ways on how you can activate the active skills and not just making them stuck to just one like one category or something. Then the ability massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, and then for 1 turn you get 999% defense, and all enemy attacks are redirected at this character. So what you're saying is, geez, this guy is just gonna be just a tank. Literally, like, I don't think anything will be able to kill him. 999% defense? Like, that is ridiculous. And all enemy attacks are redirected at this character, which means that bottom part of his passive, where he performs an additional super within the same turn after receiving a super. If you pop this, all enemy attacks are going to get aimed at him. He'll get supered, then he'll double super because of that. This is our first extreme class unit that has a target mechanic too, so that's pretty cool. Links: Android Assault, Infighter, Berserker, Big Bad Bosses, Nightmare, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, and he's on artificial life form. I think this is super bosses, not big bad bosses. Super bosses, movie bosses, androids, final trump card, and battle of fate. Okay, so Cell Max probably gonna be pretty good, I would say. I'm interested to see like how well he'll actually perform and everything. So we'll see what he looks like in game when he does drop. Tien, what do we have for you? So we don't have any translations for him yet. So we'll just kind of do the Google translated ones real quick. Deal extra large damage. So I think that's immense damage to the enemy. Increase attack and defense by 50% for 9 turns. Okay. Always perform 2 additional attacks and have a very high chance of activating a special. So you get 2 additional attacks with a high chance to become a super. Whenever you attack 4 or more times during battle, an additional super will be activated. When there's an enemy on the Kame Senru category. What? Turtle School, I think? When there's an enemy of the Turtle School category, I think that's what that is. An additional special is activated, and the attack of the attacked enemy is reduced by 20% for 2 turns. And then increase your attack and defense by 40% for each ally in the youth category on the team. Wow, okay. So, I mean, Tien might be interesting, I guess. Okay, so we'll see what we'll see how well this Tien actually is. Obviously. Oh, I did want to check something. For Cell, what medals do you need to awaken? So 21 of the Ultimate Gohan medals, 14 of Orange Piccolo, and then 35 Beast Gohan and 14 of each Gamma. Okay, that should be easy enough. So I can maybe at least start doing the farming of the medals before his event drops, or before his banner drops, I guess. Okay, next, let's check out Vegito real quick. Maybe we'll speed it up a little bit. Okay, so Vegito, increase attack for 1 turn, deal immense damage to the enemy, increase allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. So you get increase your own attack and defense by 150%. When in the first slot, you get an additional 2 key, 150% attack and defense, and a very high chance of avoiding enemies' attacks. That's in slot 1. Whenever there's an enemy in the Majin Buu category or Majin Buu Saga category, I don't know if it's just Majin or like Majin Power, or if this is like Majin Buu Saga. It's one or the other, obviously. How do they have it here? Probably Majin Buu Saga is my guess. So whenever there's an enemy from the Majin Buu Saga category, an additional super will be activated. Increase attack and defense by 30% for all super allies. Increase attack and defense by an additional 3% for each ally in the Majin Buu Saga category on the team. Okay, so if this says Majin Buu Saga here, then this is probably Majin Power. So whenever you fight a Majin Power category enemy, you do an additional special, or you do an additional super. Attacks increase by 50% when attacking. Each attack increases defense by an additional 20% up to 100%. And always perform additional attacks and have a high chance of triggering a special. So apparently you just do an additional and it has a high chance to be a super. Okay, interesting. Oh, hello, excuse me. Can we get out of here? Thank you for the ad that I can't read. Okay, Gohan. Just deals immense damage to the enemy, increases attack and defense by 50% for 6 turns. So you get 3 key and 100% attack and defense. When a super is activated, Attack and defense are increased by 100%. Increase attack by 100% for 3 turns after receiving an attack. Ugh, okay. All allies in the Android/Cell Saga category gain 2 key, 30% attack and defense, and an additional 3% attack and defense increase for each super ally, or so each super class on the team. Okay, so he's an Android/Cell Saga support unit. When there are 2 or less enemies, the chance of a critical hit is increased by 58%. When there are 3 or more enemies, the attacking enemy's special will be blocked for 2 turns. Okay, that's interesting. Guard is activated against all attacks when there's an ally of the bond of master and disciple participating in the attack. Okay, so he just has unconditional guard if he's got somebody in bond of master and disciple. Okay. This Gohan might not actually be too bad. He might actually be a pretty good one. Okay. Chi-Chi, what do we got for Chi-Chi? Increase or raise attack for 1 turn. Deal immense damage to the opponent. High chance of stunning. She gets 150% attack and defense. Reduces the attack and defense of the attacked enemy by 22% for 3 turns. Medium chance to dodge. When HP is 50%, when HP is over 50%, she gets 3 key, 150% attack and defense. When HP is below 49%, attack is increased by 50% and dodge rate is increased by 40%. When a character with Goku in their name, excluding Ginyu Jr., etc., is an enemy or an ally participating in an attack, the attack is super effective against all types, and there's a high chance of an additional super being activated. Always perform 2 additional attacks. Increase defense by 150% when attacking, and every time you attack 5 or more times in battle, an additional super will be activated, maximum 1 per turn. This Chi-Chi might actually be pretty good. Especially if you can run her on like a Goku family team or something. She might actually be pretty good. Interesting. These EZAs for the World Tournament units might be the best batch that we've had so far. I can't lie. Okay, Caulifla. So she's got her Dokkan Awakening. So she gets, so she stacks attack and defense. So it's only a 20% attack and defense raise. Deal extra large. That's what? Immense damage, I think. I don't know I don't know how they word extra large. But so she deals damage to the enemy and lowers their attack by 20%. She gets 100% attack and defense for each ally in the Universe 6 category on the team. Attack and defense are increased by 20%. And chance of crit is also increased by 6%. When a character with Kale in their name is participating in an attack, attack is increased by 160%. There's a very high chance of dodging, and a super is always activated. Each time you avoid an enemy's attack, your attack and defense will increase by an additional 20% up to 60%. If you attack 6 or more times during battle, you will definitely perform an additional attack from that turn onwards, and there's a high chance that a super will be activated. Okay, so kind of similar with all Kale and Caulifla units, you probably just have to run them together. Yeah, so running them together is probably your best bet, like usual with any of these Kale and Caulifla units. Kale's probably the same thing, right? She stacks attack and defense, deals like immense damage to the enemy, and she lowers defense instead of attack. She gets 160% attack and defense. She gets 1 key, 40% attack and defense increase for all allies in the Universe 6 category on the team. Okay, so she's a support unit for Universe 6. 20% increase for all Pure Saiyan category allies on the team. Okay. Okay, so she's a 60% like support for like all Kale and Caulifla units. When a character has Caulifla in their name is participating in an attack, defenses increase by an additional 160%. High chance of guarding against all attacks. Just make this like unconditionally guarding, I guess. And a super is guaranteed. When a super is activated, attack and defense are increased by an additional 60%. If you attack 6 or more times during battle, you will perform a additional super from that turn onward, and there's a high chance that you'll perform an additional attack from that turn onwards, and it has a high chance to become a super. Okay, so the Kale and Caulifla actually are pretty good. Kale actually is going to be really good for Universe 6, especially with her being like a 60% support essentially for all like Kale and Caulifla units on Universe 6. So those two are going to be really good awakenings. The Chi-Chi and the Gohan are actually like, they seem pretty solid. The Vegito's probably going to be pretty good for like a Majin Buu Saga category team. Tien, I'm not too sure of yet. I think we may just have to see how he looks in game. And then Cell Max obviously is going to be very interesting to see. So I do actually think now that LR Cell Max is here, I honestly think what's going to happen is I bet you that he is going to be the replacement for the EX part during the global anniversary. I think Cell Max might actually just drop in place of that, and we might just have essentially like a third banner that's going to drop. So hopefully that actually is what happens, because it would be fitting to drop Gamma 1 and 2 of Beast Gohan and then Cell Max right after. It would just make sense. So there you guys go. Let me know what you guys think of the data download that we got over here on JP. We got no news on global yet, so I guess we're just kind of dead in the water until they figure out what they're doing for us. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.